How's it going, everybody? This is Submerged Shelf 8.
Monster 617.
HookahPro.com coming to you today.
With a one-of-a-kind review for now.
For now, yeah, it's going to probably pick up a little bit. Give you a little bit of backstory first. Last week, went to go to Ultimate Hookah, see Nieman, they pick up an order I made, or I put in. I was there for about an hour and a half. I actually ended up talking to him for so long. Talking. He started talking about his prototype hose he's coming out with. He's going to be giving it... It's in customs right now, and he's going to put it on his website within the next week or so.
For those of you who were at the meetup, you probably saw it.
Yeah, those special, really awesome hoses with the cool fabric. Anyways, talked to him long enough, and he gave me one.
I'm very bitter about this.
He is really bitter about it. He gave me his prototype hose to do a review, because he trusts my opinion. And his words. And I don't even trust my opinion, so way to go, Nieman. Do review it on it and post it and send it to him before it comes out so he could post it on the website, ultimatehookah.com, and then I'll put it on HP so you guys can see the review and hopefully want to buy it because it's a fucking awesome hose. It's fucking awesome. The reason it's a little discolored at the handle right now is because I just washed it. He actually originally wanted to give me a brand new red hose, but two reasons why he didn't. One, this is the red that he's going to be using now, this maroon kind of red. And the other red was a very, very bright red, like kind of like this Quicksilver right here. Brighter than that, actually. So his hose that he had on his hookah, he let me have. Also, reason number two is it matches my base much better. And I'm going to probably end up buying like 2 or 3 more of these. I don't need that many, but I'm going to buy another one of these.
At least one.
Black one.
I'll probably buy 2.
Yeah, so I washed it because he's been smoking for the past 2 weeks is cane mint. So I really needed to wash it a couple times. A lot.
And we'll see if it's even gotten the
I still smell
cane mint out of it, but
oh well. But it's still an awesome hose. Anyway, so he calls it the Asli. ASLI. He gave me dimensions to it, like how long it is, the gauge, but I was smart and I forgot those at home. It did come with an acrylic tip, and I too was smart and I forgot that at home as well. So sorry, Nieman, for being unprepared. I use a crown tip, so I don't need the acrylic tip. But the acrylic tip is just like any generic acrylic tip. There's nothing special like about it. It's removable though, 100% washable. He put I'll get to this in a minute, but he put a Egyptian grommet in there instead of
one of those blue ones that you normally find in them.
Silicone ones. I don't know. Anyways, so Asli in Arabic, according to him, is it's Arabic for original. What he told me, it's fairly long, very very long, and as you can see, the handle itself, if I can fit it in the camera, is long, very very long, very sturdy. It has this very comfortable type of fabric on it where it feels nice on your hand. Like most of them have that ribbon wrapped around it with the leather or the pleather. Let's get this
so we'll compare it to the Najum here
first.
Tip out of there.
So compared to the Najum, if you guys have a Najum hose, you know how long the handle is.
It's a good 3 inches longer than that.
Yeah.
At least.
And it's much... It almost feels... it's not as cumbersome as a Najum, if that makes sense. Like, the Najum has a little bit more weight to it, I want to say, maybe.
Let me see.
Actually, this one's a little heavier.
Well, this one is wet, so that might have something to do with it. But
yeah.
Gauge-wise...
longer, though. I'm not sure which one is longer.
Asli.
Asli is longer by a good 6 inches.
Something like that.
Another nice thing he mentioned, which is also with the Najum, he made this part small. Like some, we don't have it on any of the hoses right now. Your old Cleopatra hose. Do you have that still?
Oh, no.
Sometimes with the hoses, I forget what they're called. It's just gave me. It's like another handle at the end, and it makes the hookah very typical.
Yeah, where it would come out and like to here before it started to droop down.
Yeah.
He didn't like that, so he had them take that off.
Yeah. Gauge comparison to Asli to Najum. I'm going to have to say, if you take a quick look at it, that's the Asli That's the Najum.
It looks a little bit wider. Looks a little bit more bored out, I would say.
Actually, I think the Najum has a little bit of a wider gauge on this end.
And then when you compare it to the Cam Rainbow here, looks to be
just about the same.
Yeah,
but
the only thing about the Cam Rainbow, it's a lot thinner if you look at it.
I can't really.
It's hard to tell, but it's quite a bit thinner. But they're both a lot thinner than the Najum.
Yeah, and they're about the same gauge as the Cam Rainbow, like width wise. You see the Najum, but they all look about the same. Just about the same. Actually, the Cam looks fucking fat right there.
I think it's because of the spring on the inside, though.
Yeah. As you can see, the gauge of the hose itself, the Najum isn't much bigger than the Asli. And personally, when I was smoking it, I did not even notice a difference between the Najum and the Asli. But for the purposes of this video, we will be doing a smoke test of all three of these. Now, oh yeah, Coles. I had something else I wanted to say about this, but I can't remember at the moment. What I really love about the hose so far is how long it is. He really wanted to make sure that this is one of the longest hoses on the market because he wanted to make sure that when you're passing it around to your friends, you're not going to tip over the hookah. You don't have to move as much. You can just sit, pass. That's what he explained to me. He's been working very hard on this hose. He told me for like the past 8 months he's been sending designs back and forth, prototypes back and forth, and this is the final prototype. He's going to have 6 colors, if I remember. Blue, black, green, like a brown, the red, and white. I think that was all that he said that he was going to have. You should be having them in stock. By the time this video hits HP and his website, they will definitely be in stock. And since I'm not that reliable in posting videos, I'm going to leave this on his laptop, so when it's up, he can post it.
We still have 2 videos that he hasn't posted on his laptop.
Shut up. I'm a busy person.
Black Ops 2 is not being busy.
Yes, it is. Anyways.
Is it? She says no.
I need my tip. It's in there. Now, like I said before, we're going to do a review on all 3 hoses. We're going to start off with the Asli and move to the Najum.
First one I grab.
Move to, that's the one I have. Start with the Asli, move to the Najum, and then move to the Cam.
You give him a cool little colored grommet.
He also had to give me the red grommet because it's a red hose. That was pretty sweet. Yeah. Okay. Also, if you are watching this, Colbs, do you like the new base? This is the Ceramica. Do you like it? It's pretty, huh? I got a gold tray too. Brings up the gold actually. Anyway, here we go. Oh, if you're curious,
we have some cashmere plum in my V4.
Oh, most of the cabinet's actually gone. Still kind of cold.
Sweet.
The draw is effortless. It's quite superb, actually. It's you don't even notice any restriction at all on this hose. Wide gauge cam, wide gauge hose, massive crown bowl. Airflow should be superb. So, and with the Najum with this setup, we always have superb airflow. So, this doesn't even seem any different, in my opinion.
No, the airflow is just about the same to me. The biggest thing that I love about this handle. I love just having my hand like down here and put it up to my lips.
Yeah, he can pretty much have his hand in his lap. Doesn't work so much with me. I have a long torso, but I love how long it is. It's so effortless. You don't have to actually bring it up to your mouth anymore. I know that extra 3 inches was a lot of work. Thank you,
It's a lot of laziness.
It is. Now, see, I can't even fit it in the whole picture. I have to go like way back here. It looks about as tall as the Cam. It's not. Actually?
Almost.
So if you have a Ceramica, it's about as long as the stem from if you cut the down stem off to the top. That's a long ass hose.
So let's see. Take that out, put in my Najum.
Yeah. Also, this is what I was talking about, the grommet difference. See, that's just like one of those really thin blue crappy grommets. This one's one of those really thick rubber Egyptian grommets. It's like thick, and you got nice super glue in there too. So now
doesn't fall out like the one that was in his Najum.
Yeah, that sucked. Okay, odd tip, I know. So here we go. We're gonna try the. Come on,
Shisha.
Oh.
That was weird.
I don't know why the cloud quality went down all of a sudden, but the draw, I don't notice any difference to the draw whatsoever. It's not like this is more restricted at all, and even though this part is a little smaller than on the Najum, it's still, the draw is not affected. I don't think that little millimeter more makes that much of a difference, because the gauge of the hose is still the same. The gauge of the handle, actually I think this one's a little wider.
A little bit wider.
Yeah, so, but that could also just be the fabric. Makes it look fatter, and it's really comfortable to hold like this. It feels really stiff, and like the ribbons move. This is actually all sewn in. If you can actually, if I get it to look, each individual piece is one long ribbon wrapped around that has this fabric on it, and it's sewn together.
Yeah, what I don't like about the Najum is that if you can see like this bunched up certain places. If you hold it, it just like you can fucking move it around. It's kind of annoying. It feels like it's gonna unravel, but.
Probably will one day. But yeah, and it's so now we're gonna move to the KM hose. We probably should have done Asli KM Najum, but because we already know the Najum's not gonna compare to the, or the KM's not gonna compare to the Najum. But oh well. Choo choo.
This is probably gonna taste like DA because that's the only thing I really smoke out of this. So.
Yeah. Wait, those will come out.
You can make it come out. I might.
After a lot of cutting.
It's a pain in the ass. Don't try to cut out your tip.
Sweet melon.
Oh yeah, I smoke sweet melon out of it too. Oh, it smells like sweet melon.
We're smoking sweet melon now.
Apparently sweet melon stains a hose.
Go figure. Oh, God. Oh.
All I taste is sweet melon and DA.
Anyways, back to the hose. This is very, very restricted. Even compared to the Najum, obviously, if you have a Najum and a KM, you know the difference in the airflow.
You try this?
The Asli, that's mean. The Asli, draws just like a Najum. So I'm just gonna take that out of there. It's bothering me.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Ugh.
Only use
I can
KM hoses for one thing because you can't wash it out.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh, so much better.
Minty.
The reason I want to buy another one is because this still has a mint flavor to it. So once I get a new one, I'm probably just going to dedicate this hose to mint or mint-based flavors only.
One thing I noticed about this too, it's not as stiff as a Najum. If you've ever gotten like a new Najum, you know that it stays stiff for quite some time.
The brand new one was pretty stiff.
Oh.
This one's been used for a while, so that's why it's so loose. The Najum...
Mine's still stiff. I've had it for over a year.
Okay, maybe it softens out faster.
But either way, I can honestly say I'm going to buy a couple of these. Yes, a couple.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal hose. I really, really love this hose. I'm not going to go back to Najum ever again because of the fact that I have this hose now. I love how long the handle is. I love the comfort of the hose. It's so much more comfortable to hold. And it's just, it feels more sturdy. I don't know why. And it adds a level of sophistication. Some people buy those covers for their hoses.
You don't need a cover with this hose.
Right? And, yeah. To all of you people who are hooked on the Najum, I'm sorry to say, I think this kicks its ass. For those of you who are at Nieman's that night, who else smoked out of the hose? Is it just us?
Oh, I smoked out of it because he gave them
the
can.
But yeah, it's a phenomenal hose. Well done, Nieman. I really love this hose. I'm gonna rate it a solid 10 out of 10. It is the best hose I've ever used, and I've used quite a few. It's awesome. I love how it's completely 100% washable. Obviously, the nice thing is when it washes, it doesn't fray. Like this doesn't fuck up at all. This dries very nicely once it does dry. And well, it's fraying there just a little bit because it's been used, but
very nice. I would recommend picking one up. Go check out ultimatehookah.com.
Your ultimate source for everything hookah needed. I don't know. I could have actually worded that better. I'm sorry. Sorry, Nieman. I failed you. Seriously,
check it out, guys.
Pick it up. It's an awesome hose. And the colors aren't very vibrant either. Like they're nice and I want to say like this. It's muted, so it's not so like bam in your face color. They're really nice. You could tell he took his time.
Jacuzzi.
Took his time picking out the colors on all the hoses. I'm going to be really excited to see the black ones. I'm sure they're going to look awesome. I mean, black, I know, but I don't know.
It's pretty sweet.
So, yeah. Pick it up. The Asli hose. ASLI. You can only get it at ultimatehookah.com. There's really no other place you need to go. He's pretty much my number one vendor now. I like him more than 5-star. Sorry, Alex. Sorry, Mary. I've been converted. Anyways, this has been Summer Shelf 8.
I'm Monster 617.
HookahPro.com coming to you today.
Your ultimate source for everything hookah. Coming to you.
With the Ultimate Hookah Asli hose. Until next time, guys, rate, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think.
All that good stuff.
Pick it up. Buy it. You must fucking buy it. And he's going to make them... I think he was thinking about
he said like $24.99.
Something like that, or I don't know, depending. He hasn't really decided on the price yet. As of now,
you'll find out.
Might have, but it's not going to be that expensive.
So, that's it, guys. Till next time.
Smoke well.